Hey folks, and welcome to the Daily Ratings Weekly Movie News Podcast. This week's news brought to you by Record Breakers, Winners, and Snubbers. Yes, the biggest story this week was the announcement of the Oscar nominations. The biggest highlights was that Hamnet received 8 nominations, Frankenstein and Marty Supreme received 9, One Battle After Another got a very good 13 nominations, and then Sinners received more nominations than any other film in history of the Academy Awards. They received 16 noms, so a film has never even received 15, let alone 16. Now, there is a new category being held at the Oscars for Best Casting, so the 5 films for that will be Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, The Secret Agent, and One Battle After Another. Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice received 0 nominations, which was surprising, and as did Wicked for Good, which was a little bit less surprising. Jafar Panahi's It Was Just an Accident did not get a nom for Best Picture, which some are thinking that what took its place instead was Joseph Kosinski's F1. Weapons, by the way, did not make the list, which was a little surprising. All the actor and actresses are kind of there that you would expect, maybe with one exception, and that's Chase Infinity was not nominated for Best Actress on One Battle After Another, and rather Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blues was. This is Hudson's first nomination since Almost Famous in 2000. The 10 noms for Best Picture are, again, No Weapons, but Begonia made it on the list, Frankenstein, F1, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams got in there. The Oscars will be hosted by Conan O'Brien again, who everyone seems to enjoy. They will be held on March 15th. Oy, oy, oy. Why wait 3.5 months into the new movie year? So just go check out the Tom Daly Awards from a couple weeks ago. It really is. It's the only award show that matters. Okay, on to some more normal news. So James Gunn's Batman movie has a writer. Remember that we will be getting 2 competing Batmans here. So the Matt Reeves-led Robert Pattinson as Batman one, and now James Gunn's version with the big DCU Gunverse-led Batman project. The movie has a working title of Batman, Brave and the Bold, and the writer chosen for it is Christina Hodson. This is very, very risky for Gunn because this won't be the first DC movie that Hudson has wrote on. She was a writer for The Flash, Birds of Prey, and the shelved Batgirl movie. This is not a great sign and not a great track record. Also, the director on the upcoming Batman film is Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash, which was widely panned by critics and fans. The movie won't come out for a while, probably 2028 or something like that, but I'm not sure what Gunn is doing here. He's playing with fire, though, and in the end, we'll see if he gets burned. Jamie Lee Curtis is taking on Angela Lansbury. Yes, Universal is making a Murder, She Wrote movie. The popular show Murder, She Wrote aired from 1984 to 1996, with Angela Lansbury playing Jessica Fletcher, a retired teacher turned murder mystery solver. Jamie Lee Curtis is attached to play Jessica, and the director is Jason Moore, who made the Pitch Perfect movies. So we'll see if Jamie Lee can stand toe-to-toe with Lansbury. Last thing I have here is over at Disney regarding CEO Bob Iger. He will be leaving towards the end of the year, it looks like. The board came out with a statement to shareholders at the end of 2025 saying that, quote, management succession planning remains a top priority for the board, reflecting its importance to business continuity and long-term shareholder value. Oversight of the process is held by our dedicated succession planning committee, and all directors have actively participated in a rigorous and ongoing evaluation of potential successor candidates, including direct engagement, performance assessment, and consideration of leadership capabilities aligned with the company's long-term strategy, end quote. So the statement went on to say that a decision will be made and will be announced early in 2026. So this will be very big news for Disney and just the industry as a whole. Last time Bob left and a new Bob was brought in, it didn't go very well. So then they fired new Bob and quickly brought back old Bob. So early 2026, we'll see what that means. And of course, we will cover it when the news breaks. Other than that, Sundance Film Festival is underway. This will be the last year it's taking place in Park City, Utah, before moving to Boulder, Colorado. There are something like 90 pictures being shown, so I'll just kind of let the dust settle and talk about some of the more notable movies in a week or two when we get an idea of all those films. But for right now, let's jump on over to the box office for this past weekend. So the fifth biggest film this weekend was 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, with $3.6 million. Fourth was The Housemaid with $4.2 million. Third for the weekend was Zootopia 2, making $5.7 million. Second was Avatar, Fire and Ash, finally out of the number one slot, and that made $7 million. And the biggest film this weekend at the box office was newly released Mercy, making $11.1 million. So certainly the winter storm that swept through half the country had impact on things with the box office. Coming up this Thursday, Vincent Daly will be watching, rating, and reviewing 3 films here for you folks. So we are watching Is This Thing On? That's Bradley Cooper's latest film, which you can still find in some theaters near you potentially. Then we have Dead Man's Wire, a new film by Gus Van Sant, the same guy that directed Milk and Good Will Hunting. And lastly, we're watching 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Not directed by Danny Boyle, this one, but rather Nia DaCosta. But that's it for your weekly movie news here, folks. We'll leave you today with a quote from an actress, Kate Hudson. Never worry about bad press. All that matters is if they spell your name right. And all right, folks, the Daily Ratings weekly movie news podcast, that was it. See you on Thursday.